in the rags today. Well, I'm not going to put this one up, but Putin declares total independence from Rothschild-controlled US dollar. If that's true, it's a step in the right direction. As you can see, we're starting off with the Mail. Megan's date with a porn star and the gaggle of lovers she'd rather forget. Whoopie-doo. Trying to make her look sort of normal, you see, instead of just another parasite. Up to 2,000 new places are announced in 50 million boost, but schools must prove they're helping poorer families. And how are they going to do that? Give them free school meals, maybe. I doubt it, but you never know. New dawn for our grammars. Thousands more places at selective schools are to be created in a new revolution for grammars. Barbara Windsor's heartbreak role as she battles dementia. Coconut oil. Anything but independent. Good to be home. The Three Stooges, freed by North Korea, are met by President Trump at Joint Base Andrews in Maryland. They said they call them Three Stooges. Three hostages. Was I just Sea Stooges? I don't know. Grammar schools handed millions for new places. Expansion comes as state system hits financial breaking point. So as the government's about to go bankrupt, they give 50 million away. Wonder how they came bankrupt. You know, maybe they were just giving money away left, right and centre that they shouldn't have been. That's the government. The Guardian. Plan for tags on stalkers to help keep victims safe. And the picture, I was so humiliated and so broken. Georgina Chapman, estranged wife of Harvey Weinstein, speaks out. May says sorry for Britain's role in Libyan couples' torture ordeal. So they tortured them for days, weeks, months, and Theresa May says, sorry! Are we going to let them keep getting away with it? They do some serious bad shit and they go, sorry! And you go, oh, okay then. Trump and Kim to meet in June in Singapore. The Times. Trump will meet Kim next month in Singapore summit. May splits up squabblers as customs deal eludes cabinet. A picture from the French film thing festival. Mother and daughters plotted terror attack. First all-female jihadist group targeted British Museum and Palace of Westminster. Courts hears. I doubt that, to be honest with you. Mirror. Sometimes Babs can't remember why fans want to take pictures, but we gently remind her pal Christopher Biggins on Barbara Windsor's Alzheimer's fight. World holds its breath. Special report from Israel border as Iranian crisis engulfs region. Told you, this was done. This has been planned a long time in advance. This is to cause World War III. 50 million grammar schools scandal. Cash-strapped head teachers fury as Tories pour money into diversive education. Telegraph. Dame Barbara Windsor, how her bravery is changing the Alzheimer's conversation. I have to be brave, she doesn't even know what she's doing. Eurovision Kings, what the UK can learn from the Swedes. This is of course the Telegraph, if I didn't say. Green light for grammar expansion. Special moment for world peace as Kim and Trump set date. Oh, they're getting married. Saying it couldn't be this month when there's a parasitical wedding going on. My children will be forever blighted, says Weinstein's estranged wife. Go fears Brussels will use threat of Irish border to hold UK hostage. Not if we repeal the 72 Act, we're out and they can all go and do one. The off-road roller, yours for just £250,000. Blair under pressure to offer torture apology. Blair should be in prison. No ifs, no buts, prison for the rest of his measly little life. War looms as Israel retaliates against Iranians. World War III is what they're trying to cause. The end of exams marks the start of teenage tragedies. It's only a bleeding test. You don't want to be bothering with that shite anyway. Moderate security over funding shortfall. The Star. Ruse off to United. DC United in America, that is. Whoopie-doo. Motti blows final whistle. Carry on Babs, bravely and Star, thrilled by a huge wave of support. Express. Vogel's final push for Everest summit. Motti, why I'm blowing time on my TV career? Because you're about 900 years old, that's why. Top doctors say radical plan could end crisis. Sugar tax on food to wipe out diabetes. Bullshit! It's just a way of robbing us. And of course, what it's also forcing, it means that if your food and you put sugar in it, well, what are you going to use instead of sugar to avoid the tax? Oh, I know! Aspartame! The neurotoxin that kills brain cells left, right and centre and makes you think you've got Alzheimer's. So this isn't a health push, this is a dumbing down of the population push. My brave Bab is battling Alzheimer's with fun. Metro. Sisters of Jihad plotted carnage. Now it's back to Daesh now, it's no longer ISIS or whatever, they keep chopping and changing the names. Daesh supporters target British Museum and around Westminster. Well, to be honest, if they blew Westminster up with all those corrupt parasitical scum in it, they'd be hailed as heroes. Praise for so gutsy Bab, although she can't remember. Weinstein wife, I did not suspect. She had to say that. I'll get log. Cheryl tells Liam. Israelis missile warning. Aye. Living with Alzheimer's. Hope for the Tories. Today's radical youth might yet become conservatives. Not a hope in hell unless they've been well and truly brainwashed. MI6 under fire. PM apologises to couple for UK's role in kidnapping and torture. Yeah, we kidnapped you and tortured you for weeks, months. We're sorry. Oh, that's okay then. That's okay. Oh no, actually, what would make it okay is if May and her husband were kidnapped and went through the same that they went through for as long as they went through and then put in prison when they come back. Israel and Iran clash. Trump could stumble into war with Tehran. Further confrontation now likely. TV's wedding of the year. Are you taking the piss? You clearly must be, because it's not, no one wants it. Everyone's sick to death of hearing about it. Grammar schools given 50 million to grow. Controversial education policy revived by Theresa May. Existing grammars urged to expand and take extra pupils. Ministers claim more children will go to a good school. Outcry for state sector teachers struggling with budget cuts. That's what they do, you know. One that's a lot of struggling, so we'll give it to someone else. It's done deliberately to piss you off, and it usually works. Financial Times. Trump makes date with Kim in Singapore. Oh, it's just a date, it's not a wedding. BT slashes 13,000 jobs in drive to free up cash for fibre and the murdering 5G, which will kill us all. Plan to quit city headquarters. Managerial and admin cuts. Investor grow impatient. Right. Don't care about the jobs that they're getting rid of, but we've got to push the fibre and 5G. What you should all be doing is leaving BT. Leave BT. Go anywhere else. There's loads out there. Virgin, though it's pretty shitty. TalkTalk. There's that Pulsenet. There's loads of them out there. Better than BT. And it's like, I think it's TalkTalk. You get free calls. You know, landline calls. You get free calls. And to mobiles. Way better than anything BT offer anyway. So move over to a different company and hopefully you may finish them off.